Hey you guys. All right, today I have a full body workout for you on the reformer, but today we're doing things a little different. I'm gonna be wearing this weighted vest. Okay, so the Zelus weighted vest is an 8-pound vest. I have not seen any reformer workouts done with a weighted vest yet, so I'm pretty excited about this. So obviously not a classical flow. This is gonna be much more contemporary and much more conditioning based. So I want you to think about it in that manner. Okay, we're still gonna be working with a light spring in the very beginning, but then we're gonna move into some heavier spring loads. You've got the resistance of the vest today, so that's gonna add 8 pounds to your body weight. So just think of it as a conditioning flow. Now, the Zelus weighted vest is so tiny, which I just love because I'm a smaller person, so it forms to me. So I don't really feel like I even have it on. Underneath the clip, so there's a little clip right at the front, you can see the Zelus name right there. This piece, this foam piece, protects you from the clip. So the clip doesn't rub while you're working out. It's actually super comfortable. Once you're clipped in, you're clipped in. So you use this adjustable strap. You can tighten things or loosen things however you need to. I already have mine nice and tight. And then I just tuck that strap right in this little loop on the strap. Okay, now you've got little reflector strips here, so if you were to wear it outside, that's nice too, right? From the back, you can see it's really low profile. So I love that because I'm gonna be moving around a lot on this reformer, and I don't need this thing bulky and moving around with me, right? I need it to just stay put. On the back, you have a little mesh pocket, so if you wanted to tuck something in there, they do have a water bottle clip that you can attach to the vest as well, so if you were to run with this outside, you have that option as well too, okay? Let's get to it. All right, you guys, let's go over setup of the reformer for this conditioning flow. You're gonna start from front to back. I like to talk about the reformer, looking at it from the front to the rear. So when I refer to directions, you know which way we're going. You've got your foot bar up. Now I have an infinity foot bar. This is a balanced body machine. My infinity foot bar goes straight up and down. If yours doesn't go straight up and down and it's that little click forward, that is absolutely fine, but I would like your foot bar up and locked. It's not gonna move with us today, okay? I want you to have it in place, it's gonna stay right there. Platform is clear. You have a foot strap already on your machine. Now, again, balanced body reformer, it's easy to have the foot strap always hooked up and tucked into the front well. If your brand of reformer doesn't allow for that, have your foot strap nearby and I'll let you know when we need to put it on, okay? It's gonna be right in the middle of the flow today. All right, so I'm gonna tuck that away, foot straps ready to go. Extra light spring on, that is a yellow spring in balanced body world. If you do not have an extra light spring, please use your lightest spring available, okay? All right, headrest is down, it's gonna stay down, shoulder blocks are on, nice and tight. Loops, I have both long and short loops on my reformer today. If you want options, I would love for you to have both. Again, this is a conditioning flow, so there's gonna be a point where you might want to change your loop just depending on resistance and aggressiveness, okay? So I've got both. Handlebars could work today. Handlebars would be fine if that's what you have. Box, your box is on the left side of the reformer, again, looking from front to back. It is long box style, so it is lined up against the frame, right against the frame, and with the top edge of the carriage, okay? So have it right there. Now, depending on height, the box might have to move a bit. I'm 5 foot tall, so my positioning might be very different than the positioning that you're gonna need, but we will talk to that when we get there, okay? Let's get to it. We're gonna start in a plank. So make sure that vest, if you have a vest, is on and clipped. You could absolutely do this workout without a weighted vest. You just do it the same exact way, you just don't have the extra weight, okay? All right, let's come onto our knees facing the foot bar. Okay, we're gonna start right away in a plank. So I want you to bring your hands shoulder width apart on your foot bar. Let's set this watch here. Let's set this watch. Okay, all right, hands shoulder width apart. You're gonna bring yourself into a standing position. I want you to make sure that your toes are about 3 inches from the edge of the carriage and your feet are hips width apart. Once you are ready, you are gonna take that carriage all the way out to a full plank and hold. Your shoulders are directly over the foot bar. All 10 fingers are on the front side of the foot bar. That's gonna help protect the wrist. All right, now I want you to think about that strong line from pubic bone to sternum. okay? Or pubic bone to nose, all right? So you've got the front line of your body very engaged. You are pushing up and out of that foot bar, okay? And you're thinking about protracting the shoulder blades, rounding right in between that vest, okay? Hold it there. Now, we got some walks. We got some toe walks. So I'm gonna ask you to start bending your knees as you take your right toes 1 inch back, and then left toes 1 inch back, right toes 1 inch back, left toes 1 inch back. You're walking all the way until the carriage hits the bumper, okay? If that's too close because your feet hit the shoulder blocks before it hits the bumper, that's fine. Then just walk it back. Walk it back. We just want to walk the length of the carriage, and I want you to make sure that your upper body doesn't move away from the foot bar. Keep it over the foot bar, okay? Just little toe walks, holding us in that plank, distracting a little bit from the hold, right? The next time you're at the top of your carriage, your toes are about 3 inches away from the edge, I want you to push back to that full plank and just hold again. Now, we've got a little bit of choreography, okay? You're gonna give me 1 push-up. Elbows are gonna go wide, chest comes to the foot bar. Push up and out of that. Now we're gonna do a shoulder glide. You're gonna slide away from the foot bar. Shoulders are leaving your wrists. You're only gonna go as long as you can before you hit the rear, right? You might hit the rear, and then come all the way back over that foot bar. What I was gonna say is you wanna go as far as you can without losing that connection through the front line of the body. Okay, here we go. 1 push-up. Elbows bend wide, chest comes towards the foot bar. Press up and away. Inhale as you slide away. Hold that front line connection, pubic bone to sternum. Pull it back on that exhale. Good, 2 more. 1 push-up. Good, slide away. Come all the way back. That weighted vest has quite a little bit, especially on that push-up. Here we go. 1 push-up and press. Good. Slide away. Exhale, pull it back. Hold your plank for 4. Hold your plank for 3. We're coming out of it in 2. And bring your toes all the way back underneath you. All right, really quick, I want you to find an elephant stretch. So you're going to walk your feet closer to the shoulder blocks. They don't need to be up against them. I want you to make sure your feet are hips width apart. Hands are still on the foot bar, and I want you to press back into your hips so that you're bowing your head between your biceps. Okay, you've got a nice long stretch through the back line of the leg. Your sitting bones are directly over your heels. All right, so you have a nice long line. Feel the stretch through the hamstring. Good, opening up, relieving the shoulder. Last 4. Good, you've got 3. Last 2. And come all the way up. Now, we're gonna come down to our knees. Okay, stay on your extra light spring. Rotate to face the rear. All right, now, you're gonna straddle your frame. Okay, so, nice and wide, okay? Toes turned out, all right? I'm hovering over my carriage, but once you get into this position, I want you to go ahead and have a seat, okay? Now, I want you to scoot into a position where the heels of your hand can be on your shoulder blocks and your arms are fully extended. Sit nice and tall, okay? That's gonna get us into the right distance from the shoulder blocks. Now, once you're there, I want you to go ahead and lift back up so you are now hovering in a sumo squat position over the carriage. So that means your sitting bones are reaching back for the front edge of the carriage. Your torso has a slight tilt to it, but my ribs are in alignment with my hips. Okay? Again, like I said, you're externally rotated from the top of the hip. Toes are turned out. Heels of the hand are on the shoulder blocks. From here, you're going to inhale as you press the carriage away. 2 straight arms. Exhale, bring it back in. Good. Nice and light on the carriage, right? But we've got resistance with that weight holding this sumo squat position. All right, so you're going to start to feel that. Good. 1 more press away with the carriage. and then bring it back. Now you're gonna jump the carriage. So we're gonna press away, but this time you're gonna press with a hop and bring it back. So it's an upper body jump. Hold at that start position. Give me a pulse down of your sumo squat. So you're gonna tap the carriage maybe with those thighs and lift. Inhale, jump, nice and stable, down and up. Good. You jump the carriage, you catch the carriage. Then we pulse the sumo squat, down and up. Good. Inhale. I want you to find control on that jump. Notice how my whole body isn't moving with the jump. Good. I'm isolating that. The core is keeping everything in control. Inhale and tap. Good. 3 more. Inhale and tap. Good. Last 2. And tap. Good. Last 1. And tap. And now I just want you to hold that sumo squat. I want you to think about opening up those inner thighs a little bit more than you thought you could. Belly buttons pulled up and in. Just hold. You're going to pulse down and up. Down and up for 4. Down and up. 3. Down and up. Setting us up for a lunge in 2. Good. Last 1. And come all the way down. Oh, okay. Heating things up through those inner thighs. Okay. Step off, facing your box. So you're stepping off to the left. You are now facing your box. We are going to do a rear-facing lunge. Okay. It's going to be a curtsy to a lunge to a tricep push-up. So this is quite a flow right here. Grab the strap that is closest to you. I'm going to recommend your short loop, but you do what feels best in your body. Okay. You're gonna line up your outside foot, which is your left leg, with the outside edge of the box. But I want you to be about a foot away from your box. About a foot, roughly. Feet are hips width apart. Your left arm is gonna mimic your right arm. Both arms are gonna row in by your side, okay? And you're gonna make a gentle fist. You're holding onto that short loop with your right hand. Nice and tall, so I want you looking straight forward, not at the floor, all right? We're gonna take that right leg, which is your inside leg, and you're gonna curtsy for me. So that right leg is gonna step, crossing the midline behind you. Both knees bend, your torso stays upright. Check your left knee. It should be tracking with big toe, second toe. Your right knee is in alignment with your left ankle. You're bracing with both arms. Step all the way back to start. Now your right leg is gonna step back into a lunge. Torso will tilt, left knee bends, but that right leg back there is nice and straight. Heel is lifted. Heel is lifted. Think about a long line from the crown of your head out your right heel. Okay? Hold that. Feel that. Feel that left foot, solid connection through the floor. Step back up to start. Now, keeping the strap in your hand, you're going to bring both hands to your box. They are the width of the box. You're going to step your feet back into a plank and hold. Hold. Think about that strong line from your sternum to your pubic bone again. On your exhale, you're going to spiral your biceps forward for a tricep push-up. Elbows hug your ribs. Inhale, press back up, and step back up to start. Row your strap to your waist. Okay, let's do that again. Now, this time when we step into that plank, I'm going to give you the option to hop it if you'd like. Okay, here we go. Bracing with both arms. We're nice and tall. Right leg crosses the midline. We find a curtsy hold. Come all the way back to start. Find your lunge. Right leg steps back, torso tilts. Keep that right elbow by your waist. Good. Step back up. Both hands come to the edge of the box. Hold. Hop back to plank. Give me one tricep push-up by spiraling your bicep forward. Good. Hop back up to start and stand in row. Here we go. Curtsy with the right leg. Check your alignment. Keep your torso tall. Feel that left glute. Good. Right where the glute and hamstring meet, we stand. Good. Right leg steps back for that lunge. Hold it. Good. Step back up to start. Hands down to the box. Hop back to plank. One tricep push-up, hop back up, and row to start. Good. 3 more. Curtsy and stand. Good. Reverse lunge on your right. Good, and stand. Both hands come to the box. Hop back to plank. 1 tricep push-up. Hop back up to stand. 2 more. Curtsy. Good. We're feeling the resistance, right? Step back with the right. Hold. Good. Come on up. Both hands to the box. This weighted vest is a great thing to add to these workouts if you want to make them more conditioning based, okay? Last one. Heart rate's gonna pick up a little bit more with that added weight, right? Step back with that right leg. Hold that lunge. We're gonna be holding each move here. So I want you to know that. Find your push-up position, hop. 1 press. Good, and hop up. All right, now get ready to hold that curtsy. Are you ready? Stepping back with that right leg. Find that beautiful form. Torso's tall. Both elbows are by your waist. You're pressing solid through the heel, through the left foot, heel to toe, the whole foot. Okay? Right here, I want you to pulse 1 inch up and down through the left glute and hamstring for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Step all the way back up to stand. Now let's find that reverse lunge. Right leg steps back, hold. Okay, your left heel is heavier than your left toes, but the whole foot is flat. Okay, from here, we're gonna take that right arm and we're gonna extend it all the way out and row it back to the waist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. Good. 4 and row. Good. 3 and row. Good. 2 and row. Last one. Release and row. Come back up to stand. Both hands on the box. I know we're dreading this one, but we're gonna get it done. Hop back to plank. 6 push-ups. Here we go. Spiral that bicep. Inside elbow spirals forward. Good. Spiral and bend. Press. Chest comes towards the edge of the box. Okay, you've got 3 more. Bend and press. Good. 2. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Last one. Bend and press. Hop back to stand. Row that strap into your waist. And let it all go. Whoo, hang up the strap. All right. Turn to face forward. We're switching our grounded leg. So, right leg is gonna be your grounded leg this time. Left leg is coming to the carriage. Your left toes are gonna turn under against that shoulder block right near you, okay? So you're standing up on your right leg. Now, I want you to do this sequence on this extra light spring without using the foot bar if you can. It is always there if you need it, okay? Both hands, you're gonna interlace those fingers and bring them right to the base of the skull, all right? We're gonna traction that head up and out of the spine so we're nice and tall, elbows wide. Okay, from here, you are gonna find a lunge. So the right knee is gonna bend, the left leg is gonna slide the carriage out, right? But we think about the right leg a little bit more than we do about the left. Okay, the carriage glides with us, that's why it's nice and light. You're reaching your right sitting bone back for the edge of the box. Your left hip is reaching for the foot bar, so you're squared off. Check that right knee. It should be lining up with big toe, second toe. Okay, both hands are behind the head. You've got a long lever you're dealing with and a weighted vest. Inhale, rise back up. Woo! Okay, exhale, find the lunge, find the torso tilt. Again, long line from the crown of the head out your left heel. Inhale, rise up, let that left knee bend under you. Exhale, lunge. Good. Inhale, rise up. Last 3. And then we're going to change this up a little bit, okay? Asking for that control, right? You've got a lot to deal with on that body. Good. 2. And rise up. Good. Last 1. Hold this one. Now, your left knee is gonna do a micro bend. So that's the one over the carriage. You're gonna micro bend the knee to tap the carriage and then press it back out. Now, if your carriage is lower than mine, you may not be tapping the carriage. That's okay. I want you to do a tiny little bend and extend of that left knee joint. This is called fascial flossing. It's all that connective tissue we're working and stretching. Good, press. Last 3, bend and press. Last 2, bend and press. Your right heel is heavier than your right toes. Last 1, bend and press. Now rise all the way back up to start. We're gonna change things up, all right? We're gonna make things a little bit more balance related. You're gonna lift your right leg into releve. So your right heel is gonna rise. Now you're on the ball of your right foot. Okay, all 5 toes spread out nice and wide. Let's find that lunge again, keeping the right heel lifted. You're gonna bend that right knee. Torso's gonna tilt. Keep that right knee tracking with big toe, second toe. Maybe we don't come as low, right? But I want you to square off those hips. Now hold, because you're gonna press your right heel into the floor and lift it. Now come all the way back up. Keep your heel lifted. All right, so the down and up happens in the lunge. Find your lunge, torso tilts, right knee bends, hold, square off your hips. Down with the right heel and up with the right heel. Come all the way back to start. Good. 4 more, we're gonna change, we're gonna add a little bit, okay? Find your lunge, hold it. Right heel goes down and up. Rise all the way up, stay there. Now your right heel goes down and up again. Down and up, hold. Try not to roll through the right ankle. Find your lunge. Whoo! Right heel, down and up. Rise all the way up. Good, right heel again, down and up, releve. 2 more, find your lunge. Whoo! Down and up. Good, rise all the way up. Down and up. 1 more. Make sure the hands are not pressing the head forward. You're tractioning the head out of the spine. Right heel, down and up. Rise all the way up. Right heel, down and up. And come all the way down and bring the carriage in. Whoo-wee. Okay. We are coming into some jumping lunges, so the setup is the same, but I want you to change your spring load. You're gonna add 1 red spring to that yellow. All right, so you've got a heavy and an extra light. If you do not have an extra light spring on there, you're still gonna add the heavy, okay? So your lightest spring and your heavy. Hands now get to come to the foot bar, both hands. Your left toes are still turned under against that shoulder block. You're standing up on your right leg to start, and then we pitch the torso forward from the seat crease, okay, keeping the back flat so our hands can reach the foot bar. Right hand just on the inside, okay? All right, you wanna keep those hands spaced apart, shoulder width apart. All right, we're gonna slide back into this lunge. Now, doing so, it's gonna feel a lot heavier. So 4 times we're just gonna slide into the lunge. Right knee's gonna bend. Left leg presses the carriage back, but you have the support of the foot bar. Try to relax your right toes and square off your hips. Send your right hip back and your left hip forward. Inhale, rise up, let the carriage come in with control. Okay, 3 more. I just want you to feel the weight of the carriage now, in addition to the vest. In addition to the vest. Because we're gonna take this into a flying lunge. We're gonna take this into a jumping lunge. So if you know that the weight of the carriage is there to support you, right? Well, it changes the work a little bit. Changes the work. You need the weight from the carriage to support you in the lift. Okay, last one like this. And rise all the way up. Now, you're gonna do that lunge again. But this time, when we come out of the lunge, you're gonna shift your body weight over the foot bar, right leg kicks, but I want you to keep your low back nice and long. Notice it's not a super high kick. Okay, point that right toe. Come back to the floor with your right foot, find the lunge. Okay, here we go. Inhale, lift over the foot bar. Right leg kicks, your carriage is against the bumper. Bring the right foot to the floor, find the lunge. Okay, we're not letting the low back collapse today. We're gonna keep that in control, ribs are closed. Okay, inhale, shift and reach. Exhale, lower into your lunge. Inhale, shift and lift. Lower into your lunge. You've got 4 more. Inhale, shift and lift. Yes, find control. Find the pause in the lift. Core is tight, right? Core is on. It's very engaged. Last 2. We're going to be holding the last one. All right, so I want you to be ready for that. On your next one, here we go. You're going to lift and hold it. Now, right knee curls into the chest. You round the spine and take the right leg out. Right knee into the chest, round, nose towards your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend, last 3. Curl and extend, last 2. Curl. Elbows are not locked out like stilts, right? We've got active joints. Good, and extend. Come all the way back to your lunge. And come all the way in. Oh, sweaty. All right, come on to your carriage. I want you to keep your heavy spring load. You're going to be on your knees facing the foot bar. Your toes are turned under against the shoulder blocks. I want you to try to get your feet pretty flat against the shoulder blocks so we challenge that range of motion through the ankle a little bit, okay? Now, this is heavy. If you need to change your spring load, you do that, okay? But this is a conditioning flow. That's why I kept this arm series now heavy. All right, so reach back. You can grab either your short or long loops. I am gonna go for my long loops, all right, because of the heavy load. You're gonna stay in a hover. So you're reaching your sitting bones back for your heels. Your torso is in a tilt, but your ribs are closed in alignment with your hips. Now, I want you to bring your arms right to your side seam. You're gripping your straps, your palms are forward, okay? Now, all we're gonna do from this position to start is shift into a risen position. So we're gonna open the front of the hips, so we're gonna rise. Inhale, shift the hips open, arms stay by your side, feel the core, bracing with those straps, and then you're gonna reach your sitting bones for your heels, feel them spread apart. Sitting bones narrow, we open the front of the hips, we're strong. I want you to feel that should be quick and strong. Then we slowly, eccentrically come back to start, broaden at the sitting bones. Inhale, open the front of the hips, hold. Exhale, reach back with your sitting bones. 3 more. Inhale, shift and open. Collarbone is wide, right? We're nice and tall, looking straight forward. Reach the sitting bones back for your heels. 2, inhale, lift. Exhale, broaden and lower. Last one, shift and lift. And now broaden and lower. Now this time, you're gonna find a 90-degree bend with your elbows. Palms up, okay? We're gonna rise and we're gonna stay there this time. So shift the hips open, hold. Now, my arms are gonna do an offering. So we're gonna send these straps forward. Exhale, bring them back slow. It's heavy, I know. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Now remember, if you took your short loops, the first thing you're gonna wanna change if it's too heavy is the loop, right? Go to the long loop. If that's not working still, you can take off that extra light spring to start, okay? If that's still not working, take off the heavy, switch to a blue, okay? Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Good, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Whew. Last one. Hold this one extended. You're gonna open your arms to a wide V and bring them back. Open to a wide V. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, bring them back. Good. Open. They don't go past your side seam. And bring them back. Last 3. Open and bring them back. Last 2. We're gonna take this into a bicep curl. Okay, I know it's heavy, we're not here much longer. Bring it back. Now lower your arms to your side seam again. Palms are forward. Don't go behind your side seam because now we're gonna bicep curl and open. Good, I want you to bring your fist towards your shoulder and open. Don't let your elbows go past your side seam. Okay, your core is on. I want you to think about that belly button pulling up and back between your shoulder blades. Last 3. Curl and open. Woo! Last 2. Curl and open. The weighted vest makes us feel strong, right? It makes me feel strong. Curl. Now, hold your curl. Bring your arms to a 90-degree bend. Hold, palms open. Okay? We're gonna open the arms. So we're gonna externally rotate. Keep your elbows at your side seam. And then back to parallel. Externally rotating from the top of the shoulder, back to parallel. Good. Rotate, parallel. 3 more. Rotate, palms are up. Good. My elbows are not digging into my sides. I have a gap there. Okay. Last 2, open and parallel. Last 1. And parallel. Now right here, holding the arms parallel, I want you to send the straps forward 1 inch and back 1 inch. Forward 1 inch and back 1 inch from the shoulder. Forward and back. Core is engaged, keeping you nice and strong. Forward and back. 3 more. Forward and back. Last 2. Forward and back. Last 1. Forward and back. And release. All the way back, hang up your straps. Okay, we need to grab our box because we're gonna need it on the other side. So let's right now grab that box. It is coming on top of your carriage, short box style. So horizontal or perpendicular to the carriage. You want it in front of your shoulder blocks, please. Okay, and you wanna make sure that it is equally distributed on both sides. So you don't have one side hanging off more than the other. I would like the box nice and stable, all right? You're gonna climb up on top of the box. This is where you need your foot strap. So if you need to put your foot strap on, put it on right now, okay? I'm gonna reach forward and grab that strap. Our springs are staying on 1 heavy and 1 extra light. So if you're not there, go back to that weight, okay? Your feet are coming underneath your foot strap. I want you to spread your feet apart so that the strap is nice and taut and it's not wiggling all around. The balls of my feet are connected to my platform, okay? Now, I'm sitting up nice and tall on my sitting bones. My arms are gonna come across my chest, okay? Just crossing fingertips to shoulder, okay? Now, again, piercing the box with my sitting bones. So I'm lifting all the way out of my tailbone, okay? Hold here. We're gonna roll back, all right? So I want you to think about your sitting bones as we lean off of them, leaning off the tips of the sitting bones. Now we're gonna curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, and we're rolling to a point where we start to shake, and then we roll back up and stack the spine, okay? Let's do it again. Curling, tailbone, low back, mid back. Good. Curl to that point where you start to shake, and then we roll back up. Stack the spine and lift. Good. Curl, tailbone. I want you to find articulation of the spine. Find articulation of the spine. Good. And then roll, lift, and stack. Okay? The pelvis is rolling into an anterior tilt, right? So you're gonna feel the front wall, the rectus abdominis a little bit more, right? Engage. And then lift and stack. 3 more. Curl, tailbone, low back, mid back. I start to shake. And then I roll and stack. 2 more. We are gonna be rolling to the halfway point. That will be our hold, okay? But right now, I just want you to take 1 at a time. Make each one better, okay? More mind and muscle connection. Curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, and roll and stack. All right, here we go, halfway. You're gonna roll halfway, curling the tailbone, the low back, and then I want you to hold right there. Hold right there as you approach the mid-back. Now, we're gonna rotate to the right. Think about your ribs rotating, okay? And then through center to the left. Good, nothing else changes. We've got deep core connection. We're thinking about the rib basket rotating. Exhale through center, inhale, twist left. Exhale through center to the right. Exhale, center to the left. 2 more each side through center. Good. To the right if you need to reset because form is getting wonky and you're starting to feel that low back. Then I want you to roll up, stack the spine, and reconnect to that halfway point. Okay? To the right and center. Good. And to the left and center and roll all the way up to that stacked position. All right, you guys, you don't need the foot strap anymore, so you can either take it off your machine and get rid of it or just tuck it back in the well. Step off to your left. We're gonna move the box back to the floor. Now, I know you're taking this class on YouTube, but if you haven't explored my on-demand platform yet, now would be the time. You're gonna get a lot more on that on-demand platform than you do on YouTube. I know I drop a video about once a month on YouTube, but the platform has at least 3 to 4 new classes a week. We also have 2 live classes. So if you haven't checked it out, pilatesbyjesspfit.com, check it out. There's a 7-day free trial. You can explore, take a live class, and just have fun with me. All right, your box is lined up with the top of your carriage, long box style, right against the frame, okay? We are gonna start with the jumping lunges, so keep your heavy load, 1 red, 1 yellow. You are facing your foot bar. Left foot stays on the floor, right toes turn up against the shoulder block. You're standing up tall on your left foot, okay? Then from the seat crease, we pitch the torso forward, have a soft bend in that left knee, both hands come to the foot bar. Okay, here we go. You're gonna press back into a lunge. Remember, you're gonna feel a heavier load right now because this is our support when we start to fly. Relax your left toes on the floor. Spread them out nice and long. Inhale, rise back up. Let the right knee bend under you. Okay, exhale, left knee bends, torso tilts. We square off our pelvis. Really think about reaching that left sitting bone back there for the edge of the box. Right hip towards the springs. Good. Inhale, rise back up. 2 more. Exhale, find that lunge. Try not to rely too much on the foot bar. Okay, the foot bar is there for extra support, but even with that heavy load, you should be able to take it out to a lunge without the foot bar. Maybe you just can't go as far, as deep, right, without sliding. Good. And then rise back up. Now on this one, you're going to find that lunge again. Find your lunge, but this time when we come out of it, we're going to let the weight of the carriage lift us up and over that foot bar. Left leg kicks up and back. Protect your low back. It is not a high kick. Come, bring that left foot back to the floor. Find your lunge. Good. Inhale. This is probably my most favorite exercise on the reformer. And doing it with the weighted vest takes it to a whole nother level. It takes it to a whole nother level, which is what I needed. So if you want to level up, right, this is the way to do it. Find that lunge. Inhale, lift. Good, you have 4 more. Lunge and lift. Last 3. Lunge. Connect to each part of this move. Notice my pausing because I want to find it and I want to feel it, right? We're not racing through this flow. Hold your next one lifted. Hold it. Now, flexion knee pulls. That left knee comes towards the chest. We bring the nose towards the knee. We round the spine. Take it back out. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Curl and reach. Think about that left inner thigh, reaching out the big toe. Last 2, and reach. Last 1. Curl and lengthen. Come back to your lunge and come all the way in. Whew. Okay, we are gonna do that forward-facing lunge now, but without the foot bar. So I need you to take off your red. You are back down to your lightest spring, okay? Left foot stays on the floor, right foot turns under against that shoulder block, okay? The carriage is home to start. You are standing up on that left leg, just like we did for the jumping lunge. Interlace both hands, base of the skull, thumbs long down the back of the neck. Remember, the hands are not pushing, they are pulling, okay? Now, from here, we're gonna find that lunge, relying on the left leg, because the carriage is gonna glide back now, so I don't want you to put weight in the carriage. The weight needs to be through your left leg. Square off your pelvis. Inhale, rise back up. Remember, your ribs and your hips, they move together. One unit. Inhale, rise back up. I want you to make sure that that left kneecap is tracking right between big toe, second toe. Inhale, rise back up. 3 more, okay? Lower and lift. Last 2. Find that lunge. Good. Inhale, rise up. You've got 1 more just like that, and then we're gonna change it. We're gonna find that lifted heel, take it to a whole nother level, right? Inhale, rise back up. Now I want you to stay here at the top. You're gonna take that left heel off the ground, so you're gonna rise into releve on that left leg. Now, I want you to try not to roll through the ankle. You're lifting straight up, you're holding that strong. Okay, now from here, you're gonna find that lunge again. So you're gonna bend your left knee, right leg glides back, spread all 5 toes on that floor out so you have nice base of support through the ball of the foot. Okay, now hold here. Your left heel is gonna press into the ground with intention. Lift the heel, rise all the way back up. Okay, 1 more like that. Find your lunge. Hold it, lower the heel, lift the heel, rise back up. Now we're gonna add another releve into it this next time around. All right, you got 4 more, here we go. Find your lunge, let the torso move with the hips, hold. Lower the heel, lift the heel. Good, rise all the way back up. Now the left heel again, lower and lift. Find your lunge. Whew, square off those hips as you go. Okay, lower the heel, lift the heel, rise all the way back up. Again, lower the heel, lift the heel. 2 more. Remember, every time you lower that heel, I want you to do it with intention, with purpose. Press it into the floor. Lift it up. Good, rise. We're recruiting that inner thigh more. Good, lower the heel, lift the heel. Last one. Find your lunge. Control it. Good, traction the head. It's pulling out of the spine. Lift, lower the heel, lift the heel, and come all the way down. Oh, so sweaty at this point. Okay, we're gonna turn to face the rear. Remember that big sequence? The curtsy to the lunge to the tricep push-up. Well, that's where we are now. So stay on your extra light spring. We're good now. That's where it's gonna stay. You're gonna grab your strap. Short loop in your left hand. If you use the long loop on the other side, do what works for you. You're gonna line up your right foot, the outside of your right foot with the edge of the box. Okay, you're gonna stand a foot away from the box. Remember, dependent on height here. If you need to push the box back, you do that. Both arms are gonna make a fist. You're gonna row them right into the waistline and hold 2 90-degree bends, okay? From here, your inside leg, your left leg, is gonna cross the midline for a curtsy. Sternum stays over pubic bone. We're nice and tall. Right knee tracks with big toe. Second toe, look for that, line it up. Left knee tracks with the back of your heel. Take the time to find the alignment. I shifted. If you need to shift, you shift. Come all the way back up. Left leg steps back for a reverse lunge. Notice how my torso tilted with that. My crown of head reaching out of my left heel, a nice long line. Come all the way up. Now, both hands to the edge of the box. Hop or step back to plank. 1 tricep push-up and press, hop in, and stand, row the strap in. Okay, let's do it again. Curtsy and rise. Reverse lunge and lift. That was a split lunge. Oops. Back leg should be straight on that reverse lunge. Okay, both hands to the box. Hop to plank. One tricep push-up and press. Hop in. Remember, you can always step and row to hold that strap. Here we go. Curtsy with that left leg. Keep the strap right by your waist. And lift. Straight leg reverse lunge. Hold. Feel that right foot heavier through the heel than the toes. Come up. Good. Both hands to the box. Hop to plank. One tricep push-up. Hop back to stand and rise and row. 3 more. Curtsy and lift. Good. Straight leg reverse lunge. Torso tilts with that. Shift your hips so they're square. Come back up. Both hands to the box. Hop to plank. One tricep push-up. And hop to stand. Row it in. Here we go. Curtsy and lift. Reverse lunge. And up. Both hands to the box. Hop to plank. One tricep push-up. Hop to stand. 1 more. Here we go. Curtsy. We got to hold in each one. You know that. Okay, but after this, we're on our last sequence. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Good. Both hands to the box. Hop to plank. One tricep push-up. Hop to stand. Okay, here we go. Let's find that curtsy and hold it. Crossing the midline with that left leg, hold. Your arms are strong. Your collarbone is wide. Heavier through your right heel than your right toes. You're going to find where your glute and your hamstring meet on the back of that right leg. Down 1 and up 1. Down 1 and up 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back. Step back into that reverse lunge. Hold it. Hold it. Now left arm. Release it and row it strong. Release and row. Good. Extend and bend. You've got it. Nice and strong. Shoulders are square. Hips are square. 4 and pull. 3 and row. Last 2 and row. Last 1. Extend and row. Step back up. Both hands to the box. Okay, we got this. Hop to plank. 6 tricep push-ups. Down and press. Down and press. Think about spiraling your inside elbow. Your bicep. 3 and press. Good. 2, you want your elbows to hug the ribs. Last 1. Down and press. Hop back to stand. And release it all. Guys, last and final sequence, or last and final move, honestly, it's a short move. Stay on your lightest spring. You're gonna be on your knees, rear facing. Your forearms are gonna come down to the carriage. Now, I want you to interlace your fingers again so that you're making a little bit of a TP or a triangle with your arms, okay? Your elbows are right in front of those shoulder blocks. Your toes are turned under on your platform to start, okay? Hips width apart, so your inner thighs are separated. We are gonna find a plank. So on your inhale, you're gonna lift those inner thighs up along the spine, extend the legs, find a forearm plank. Shoulders over your elbows. Okay, now, if you feel comfortable, this is aggressive. You're gonna step your right toes up to the foot bar, extend that leg, and left toes follow. Your legs are hip width apart, okay? You can go slightly wider if you want. We're gonna pike, okay? So, I want you to find that long line between your pubic bone and your sternum again. You're gonna lift those sitting bones up and back, bowing your head between your biceps. Inhale, come forward to plank. Isn't it amazing? that I can do an inversion with a weighted vest, right? Yes, it's coming up towards my ears a little bit, but it's so low profile that it's not hindering my movement, which is amazing, which is really, truly incredible. 3 more. Sitting bones reach up and back. Exhale. Lengthen it out. Lots of stretching through the back line of that leg with this move too, huh? Bow that head between the bicep. You want the crown of the head coming right in between your triangle. Hold your last one. Hold it. Good. Reach those sitting bones. 4, 3, 2, come out to your plank. Hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bend the knees. Bring both knees down to your carriage as it comes in. And guys, whoo, you're all done and sweaty. All done and sweaty. Now, you can keep the vest on for a little bit of a stretch. Okay, we'll just leave it on and then we'll take it off at the end. So we're gonna find pigeon stretch. Hands are gonna come to your shoulder blocks. I want you to scoot a little closer. Your right knee is gonna lace between the shoulder blocks, okay? And you're gonna lengthen that left leg out behind you over the platform, okay? Just wiggle into position, find your position, okay? I want you to reach your right hip for the carriage, may not touch. Left hip is reaching for the shoulder block. Okay, square off your shoulders. If you want to bring your hands to the frame and get a little closer to that right inner thigh and deepen the stretch through the right glute, go ahead, go do that. Hold it for 4. Please breathe for 3. Last 2. Good. Come back to your shoulder blocks if you had moved your hands, and then come back up to your kneel. Let's do the other side. Left knee comes right between the shoulder blocks. Right leg reaches out behind you. Find that position, wiggle into it. If you need to move your hands down to the frame to get a little deeper, you're reaching your left hip towards the floor, towards the carriage, and the floor, I suppose, and your right hip for that right shoulder block. Hold and breathe. You can bring your chest a little closer to the inner thigh for 4, for 3. Good. Last 2. Good. Come all the way back up to your knees. Okay, now I would love for you to take off your vest because we're going to stretch the upper body a little bit. So go ahead and take off your vest if you were using a vest today. Oh my, that needs a little wipe down. That got nice and sweaty. Okay, you're gonna stay on your knees. You're gonna inhale both arms up and overhead, finding length out of the waistline. Oh, left hand grabs your right wrist, and you're gonna inhale as you side bend up and over, tractioning that right arm, finding length out of that right hip. Okay, breathe through it for 4, for 3, last 2. Good, come back to center. Right hand grabs the left wrist this time. You're gonna traction and pull that left arm up and over for a side bend, lengthening out of your left hip now. And breathing for 4, for 3, last 2. Come back through center. Let those arms come down aggressively. Guys, you could probably use much more of a stretch after such a strengthening and conditioning type flow. So please go ahead and look for one of my stretch videos on YouTube. Those are great for you. Like I said, if you haven't checked out the platform, the on-demand platform, Pilates by JessPFit, check it out. We already have over 400 videos up on that library. That is 4 times more than what you have on YouTube right now. I drop a YouTube video about once a month, but the platform weekly, we drop 4 new videos, okay? So, and plus 2 live classes. So lots to explore there. Everything from 5-minute tutorial, educational type videos where you can get deeper into a move and learn about it, classical work and contemporary, all the way to 90-minute classes, okay? So lots more there for you. And we have a lot more prop usage. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the Zelus weighted vest. If you haven't gotten yours, check it out. Like I said, I just love this little thing. It's so low profile. It's so cute. You could literally wear it to the grocery store underneath your jacket. So if you're looking for a little extra resistance training in your life, this little cutie is for you. Okay, you guys? I hope you have a good one. Leave comments below the video if you need me. I'm always here. If you need me, I'm just an email or a comment away. See you soon, guys.